Hey YouTube, it's Lux LaFemme. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. And Madame Simmons, please don't forget to click the notification bell. So I hope that you are Sava today. Today I am fabulously triggered. And I'm triggered by the latest episode of Iyanla Vanzant's Fix My Life. And just the bits and pieces that I've seen with Lisa Ray McCoy and her mom. So, and I know her daughter is a part of this too, but the part that triggered me the most was the dad and all of his manipulation tactics that he committed. Like a crime against his daughter and the mother of his child. The games that he played with the two of them are still being felt today. They still are going through it. Like when she went to ask him for some grocery money and he told her no, but then she sends Lisa Ray in there to get some grocery money and he gives it to Lisa Ray. I mean, what kind of message is that? What kind of manipulation tactic is that? Well, it's called triangulation, and narcissists use it all the time. It's insidious. The pain is felt for indefinitely if you don't identify it. You can die still feeling the effects of triangulation. So anyway, let's get into the article. How to heal from the toxic triangulation of narcissists. If you suffered from a toxic relationship, identifying your self-worth is key to the healing process. I hope I shared. The author's name is Shahida Arabi, and this was written December 18th, 2017. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself. So I am just going to read bits and pieces. The first part I do want to read is this, though. Abusive narcissists are contemptuous, haughty, condescending, and cruel beyond words. They are also insatiable attention seekers, constantly looking for validation from the outside world to bolster their grandiose egos. Toxic triangulation, what is it? This leads us to talk about one of the most common ways malignant narcissists demean their victims and retain narcissistic supply: triangulation. Triangulation, in the context of narcissistic abuse, is the act of bringing another person or a group of people into the dynamic of a relationship or interaction to belittle the victim and make the victim vie for the attention of the narcissist. The method is often used to create love triangles among the people that the narcissistic abuser depends on for his or her daily fix of attention. Triangulation is one of the most insidious, heartbreaking tools malignant narcissists use to manipulate their former partners, their current partners, their harem members, as well as their new sources of supply. Narcissists enjoy using triangulation as a mind game that enables them to gain a sense of power and control over multiple people simultaneously. It confirms to them their own grandiosity. After all, aren't they superior if they have all these people competing for their approval and validation? They certainly think so. The way narcissists triangulate include, but are certainly not limited to, flirting with others in front of their partners, emotional and physical infidelity, as well as comparing their partners to others as a way to manufacture insecurities in them. They may also report back falsehoods about what one person is saying about another in order to pit their victims against each other so that neither one of them approaches the other about the abuse taking place. Triangulation also has the added reward of allowing narcissists access to resources from each and every victim, whether that resource be wealth, status, or simply the delicious compassion of an unsuspecting empath. The need for narcissistic supply can be almost gratifyingly sadistic a way to punish victims for seeking to be independent agents and to keep them reliant on the narcissist's approval. You may be wondering, why would anyone fall into this trap? It's because triangulation can happen in covert, underhanded ways meant to subtly make victims question themselves. The narcissist's false mask helps to reinforce his or her charming presence, which lures both potential victims as well as previous partners into a horrific abuse cycle filled with love-bombing idealization, cruel and callous devaluation, and a comfort-punish dynamic that creates trauma bonding between victim and predator. What survivors may understand is that triangulation is not an indication of anyone's worth or desirability, nor are the narcissist's new victims immune to encountering this tactic. It is ammunition and leverage to devalue former victims to new partners or re-idolize old partners while devaluing new ones. It is also used to annihilate a former partner's sense of self by flaunting the new supply shortly after a discard. How to heal from triangulation. There are many excellent resources in the survivor community about the methods of triangulation and its effects. What is lacking are more tips on how to best address the wounding that can result from triangulation and how to begin healing from them. Rejection on its own is hurtful enough, but manipulative, deliberate, damaging comparisons set up by an emotional terrorist is quite another. Here are 3 powerful ways survivors of abuse can begin to heal from the impact of toxic triangulation and rise in their authentic, glorious selves. The first step is know that you are irreplaceable and learn exactly why. One of the best compliments I've ever received in my entire life is from someone I used to work for. When they found out I was leaving the job, they said, "Lux La Femme, I'm not happy about this. You are not normal. You will not easily be replaced." You hear what I said? That person told me I was not normal. I will not easily be replaced. And ever since that person said that, there are days where I feel like, I was reading this article today on conformity and how it plays with the sense of self. Well, when you don't conform, you stand out in the crowd. You stand out in a crowd of conformity. Society doesn't like that, and society goes out of its way to make you feel like there's something wrong with your individuality, and it's not. So, first lesson, know that you are irreplaceable and learn exactly why. The second lesson, as I scroll, eradicate subconscious wounding that says you are not enough and cultivate new seeds of self-worth. Oh my God, how important is that? Let me read it again. Eradicate, which means destroy, get rid of subconscious wounding that says you are not enough and cultivate new seeds of self-worth. Again, you are not normal. You are not going to easily be replaced. No, they cannot replace you. You cannot easily be replaced. You are one of a kind. Shock your mind. Put a kick in your behind. That's from a rap. I can't remember. Old school rap. But eradicate that subconscious wounding that says you're not good enough, that you're not enough, and cultivate the new seeds of self-worth. Yes. Something that I'm stumbling, but that's what I've had to do in reparenting myself. as I look for number 3. Minimize unnecessary comparisons and reprogram negative self-talk. Oh, God, yeah. Minimize unnecessary comparisons and reprograms negative self-talk. Okay, so I'm just going to read at the next paragraph. One of the most damaging lies we can learn from narcissistic parents or partners is that we have to compete with others in order to prove our worth. Whether it be the golden child or the new source of supply, victims of narcissistic abuse are made to feel deficient and worthless by the toxic, destructive conditioning of the relationship. They begin to compare themselves to others as a form of self-sabotage, continuing the abuse even after the relationship is ended. If the choir don't say amen on that. Lisa Ray and her mama, that's what they're going through. What I've gone through. What anybody that's been a victim of narcissistic abuse goes through. I'm sorry. That's a triggering. It's a trigger for a good reason. That's a good trigger. Like, that is so true. We have been lied to and we have bought into the lie, and it's time for us to stop. There's this next paragraph that I want to read as well. Narcissistic abusers are masters of triangulating us with people who may be very different from us. This is done intentionally to provoke a sense of unease and self-questioning about qualities we may, quote unquote, lack. Yet, what you have to remember is that down the line, your narcissistic ex-partner will start to compare their new supply to you, talking nonsense about how their ex, you, did this or that, and suddenly putting you back on the pedestal. Oh, honey. And that's why we don't need to minimize unnecessary. We have to stop comparing ourselves. And we have to stop buying into the lie that we've been told over and over and over again. It's time to reprogram that negative talk and adapt the divine people path to enlightenment and healing. So there are many ways to reprogram this negative voice in your head. So I'm going to read some. Some ideas might be engaging in daily habit of positive affirmations, customized to your unique needs and triggers. Oh my God, that's what I do every day. Every day, several times a day. The next one, a weekly meditation practice. I'm going to do it weekly. I'm doing it every day to heal. Now, they also talk about some different therapy techniques like emotional freedom technique, EMDR, which is light therapy, and then hypnotherapy. But the goal is for you to break the triangle and integrate wholeness. I broke the triangle. If you discarded the narcissist and you went no contact, you broke the triangle. For Lisa Ray and her mom, they're still literally in the triangle. The man is dead and gone. He's been since 1983, and they're still in the triangle. Do yourself a favor and break free. Mesdames and messieurs, my divine people, we deserve the very best in life. And what I pray for each and every one of us is that we step into that path. Remember, minimize unnecessary comparisons and reprogram negative self-talk. Eradicate subconscious wounding that says you're not good enough, and cultivate new seeds of self-worth. And know that you are irreplaceable, and learn exactly why. Au revoir, mon amis. We'll talk again.